Yo, what up? All right. We got another one from Shane Gillis. Shane Gillis. And this is Shane Gillis and Shanna from Hoarders. Shanna from Hoarders. I am familiar with the show Hoarders. I do not know who Shanna is, but I imagine Shane's gonna tell us. He's gonna tell us who Shanna from Hoarders is. All right, well, let's check it out. Here we go. Shane and probably Matt McCusker. McCusker's probably gonna be in this too. Let's go.
Dude, this is the topic. I've showed it to all of you. I love it very much. I haven't stopped laughing about it.
Oh yes.
There's this woman on Hoarders named Shanna.
My name is
Oh,
Shanna,
Shanna.
and I'm on disability. I can definitely handle dirt. I don't have a problem with that.
Is that dog
Actually,
food?
by the
Oh
time
my
you
god,
put it in
yeah.
there, it's actually a dirty water jug is what that is.
Oh my god.
She was hoarding her poop.
In a jug.
Jugs of throughout the house.
Yeah. Good girl, dude.
She's the ultimate good girl. She is an good girl. She's very sweet the whole time. But she also, her and her mom used to in a bucket in the house. Her mom obviously perished.
Yeah.
You can't in a house. You'll get all types of diseases.
Yeah. Did they ever say what killed her mom in the episode or no?
They
just
claimed cancer, but it had to be just insane diseases. That
Cancer.
I'm
it's
sure
like
that could
bringing the
give you
plague
cancer.
back. You can't.
You can't live around your turds. You gotta flush them. Bye-bye.
Flush them.
We watched it before you got. Dude, we watched this. What you said?
You can't live around your turds. You gotta flush them. Bye-bye, dude.
You have to say goodbye. You ever say goodbye to them? Oh,
Me
you
and
have
I have a
kids.
kid.
Yeah,
You can't constantly say goodbye to your turds. She's like, bye-bye.
That's not going to be an imprint. She's not going to be an adult just like,
Bye.
I hate goodbyes. There's that scene we were watching, dude. Obviously her whole house is trash. Everything's trash. There's jugs of shit and piss everywhere.
You don't hear it like it is.
At least she
when you
brushing
see
her
it, though.
teeth.
Seeing it today.
Seeing it is
She brushed her teeth.
unbelievable.
Really?
It's truly unbelievable.
5-gallon buckets?
Yeah,
Or what
cat.
are we talking?
Big ass 5-gallon.
like
but
the
that gets
office-
too heavy.
Oh,
So then she
yeah,
comes in
would.
and scoops it with a mug into a smaller bucket, pours it in, carries it, almost falls throughout her house with shit and trash everywhere, throws it in the yard, comes back inside, lays on garbage, her microwave is broken, obviously. She has one toaster oven. She has paper plates and cups. And she has a paper bowl. She scoops Progresso clam chowder into a paper bowl.
Oh my
puts it in
God.
the toaster oven for 20 minutes. Obviously, it starts to catch fire. The guy filming's like, it actually smells like something's burning. She's like, oh yeah, they burn. That's all right.
Because I'm lazy.
I smell smoke right now.
Oh no, it does burn it a little bit.
Takes it out, eats clam chowder Progresso soup in a room filled with shit everywhere. She looks at the camera guy and is like, honestly, would you say that I'm a hoarder? The guy's like, yeah, absolutely. She's like, but this can't be the worst one you've ever seen. And they're like, this is by far the worst thing we've ever seen. And then she's like, they're like, do you know what the smell is in this house? And she was like, you know, my sister was here and she mentioned something smelling. I think it's the mold and dust in here. It's a real musty smell.
What is the main cause of the smell?
Musty odor, having to do with mold and dust.
No.
It's you.
It's the feces and urine.
Saying something about a musty odor.
A musty odor of feces and urine.
Oh my
So it's
god.
musty.
Yeah. But it's from feces and urine.
Oh,
He's like,
Bro.
it's not the mold and the dust. It's the feces and urine everywhere. She's like, is that what it is? He's like, yeah, that's what it is. And
How do you even
she's
stay in there?
like, she's like, oh, so we agree it's musty though. Like, she's so good at arguing for some. Like she still has a little left in the tank mentally.
She's in denial.
Is that brand new information to you? To think that the feces and urine has something to do with the smell?
I guess so, because I thought it was due to the mold and dust. Oh, wow, I must have not known this was real serious. I learned a lesson about fecal matter.
You nasty.
This has been making me laugh.
You
I tried
nasty.
it on stage, and the whole room got very upset
Why?
because I explained what the show was of a lady living in her own shit.
Yeah, hilarious.
Nobody thought it was funny. She's going through
Why?
old piles of trash and finding old groceries and shit. And they're covered in mold, obviously. And they're like, you can't eat that. She's like, I'm going to pick the mold off of it. And then she's got another thing. They're like, it's totally ruined. She's like, yeah, I don't have a freezer. Like, she has like an excuse like you're a dumbass the whole time.
Open. This is covered in mold.
It might be a little bit moldy because I don't have a freezer.
So you're gonna eat moldy bread?
No, I'm gonna pick the mold up.
Oh,
At the very end, they're like, all right, there's contaminated food in there. Everything's ruined. We gotta go in there and throw everything out. And she goes, I'm going to go ahead back in there and eat some of that contaminated food. And then the party's over. Everybody on intervention needs to get high one more night. I'm going in there and I start tomorrow. And they're like, why would it be a party? Why is eating contaminated food a party? What's it matter? I've been in there eating poo for 12 years.
Why the does it matter? I've been eating poop for 12 years.
He looks at her and she goes, I've been eating poo for 12 years. And he goes, he's so defeated.
And they're playing like suspenseful TV.
Everybody's face.
Want to get high one last time.
You're getting a high out of thinking that you've got fecal matter in your food.
It's my last blaze of glory.
Progresso soup dumps diarrhea out of a fat lady. Clam chowder dumps in a bucket for a decade.
You're just throwing them in her yard.
She probably got sick. She was probably just like,
Dog.
Did she not have a bathroom?
she did, but that's another classic line.
Good question.
She did. There was a septic tank. It overflowed. And then
Jackpot.
She was like, I'm not a plumber. I don't know how to fix a toilet. And they were like, but people would argue, you know how to use a phone and you could call a plumber. And she's
yeah.
you can see it hits her. It's like, oh, shit. And then I'm going to go ahead back in there and eat some contaminated food.
Best.
Then the party's over.
And then the party's over. If you saw her out, you'd be like, that's an ugly.
Yeah.
You'd say that's just a weird
Crazy
looking lady.
lady,
She looks
yeah.
like a normal,
Yeah.
run of the mill person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would
But she
never
not.
get. I mean, but the stench coming off that lady.
It must have been crazy.
She break as soon as her mom died. They were like, oh.
Yeah, she can't be
She's like,
showered.
I'm shitting in
Did she have any of her
No,
mom's
her and her
buckets?
mom. Yes, she kept her mom's shit bucket. Her and she used.
It's her mom's?
Yeah, it
It's
actually
It's
is
the
her
old
mom's.
shit bucket?
She had the big bucket. She was dude, the backyard's a swamp. Dude, the backyard's a swamp. And there's a guy filming it, and it's night vision, like cats. There's cats coming in and out of the screen. There's just shit everywhere.
She had neighbors and stuff?
Yeah, they're the ones who called the hoarders.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
their neighbor snitched. She ended up getting her house bulldozed and sent to a facility.
Bro, Matt,
Can you
Damn.
imagine walking past the outside of a house and being like, it smells like shit
Yeah.
every single day?
their gardens
Every
are
day.
probably popping off though next door. Those gardens are probably crazy. True. Another year of award-winning roses.
Potatoes.
Yeah, they're like
The
that
Martian.
big.
There's a part. So the cleanup crew. So I guess Hoarders was like, what is it, 1-800-JUNK or whatever.
Yeah,
the guys who get rid of. So they are sponsored by. They sponsor Hoarders, so they get to use their trucks and all this shit. Dude, imagine being those dudes that show up. That must have been. You must have got like $100.
Dude.
You had to clean out jugs of. There's one part where this guy's throwing out a tire from the backyard.
Yeah.
He throws it like that into the back of the truck, and you know how there's the resident
Yes,
dude
water.
splashes out. And it plays that like dramatic slow mo music. It's like, so then at the end they're like, all right, well, they bulldoze her house and then take her to a mental hospital.
Oh shit. I guess you would have to bulldoze the house. Nobody would want to live in there. You got to rebuild a whole nother house. If anybody knew the history of that house, they wouldn't buy it. Oh my God. I guess you can blame the mom. The mom taught her those ways. She kept her mom's shit bucket. So they ain't been using the bathroom since her mom was alive. Whew. I mean, That is the definition of a hoarder. She is the hoardiest of all the hoarders. My goodness, and she was in denial. she didn't even know. It seemed like she even know what's going on. How do you not know where the stench is coming from? You think it's from the mold and dust? Bitch, you are sitting on a mountain of trash. You were like Scrooge McDuck in his vault with gold, only it's trash. You could dive and swim in that shit. Damn. That shit was nasty. Hopefully, I think, hopefully she got the help she needs, and she just needs a little help. She's just a little confused. Your septic tank overfills. You got to call somebody. You don't have to fix it yourself, but you got to get it fixed. You're off. She's a little off. And she's a little dirty. She's just dirty. Maybe she just needs to be a little bit more clean. But like she said, she's been doing it for 12 years. So, I mean, I guess when it becomes, when your hoarding becomes a problem for everyone around you, that's when I guess people have to do something about it. You can be stuck in your ways inside your own home, and I guess do whatever you want to do. Your place could be as dirty as you want it to be, but when it starts affecting other people, when you could smell the inside of your house from across the street, that's a problem. I imagine they smelled shit walking on the sidewalk outside. When that happens, it's a problem. That shit is a problem. Said the neighbors called Hoarders on her. I bet the cats called on her. The cats were like, we got to get the hell out of here. We got to get this shit fixed. Somebody got to call. The cats ratted her out. Man. She reminded me of that lady from I forgot. The poop lady. She turned like cow shit into like souvenirs and shit. She turned into like a clock. To like a poo o'clock, poo 30 o'clock or some shit like that. a poo clock, like a cuckoo clock. She had all kind of shit, but at least she made something with the shit. She didn't just put it in buckets and lay it around. She was productive with the shit. She just lived in shit like a pig. It's a difference.